There we go. All right. Buenas. There we go. Oh yeah, we're back with Vasquez. We're exploring somewhere. I know they aren't too specific about where this takes place, but due to some, like, I think this area, at least, I think it implies that it takes place in South America somewhere, even though there's, like, this is all desert. Maybe they're, like, going southwards or something. They made camp in the ruins of an old Christian mission. Among the many items left by the previous occupants was an old notebook, apparently written by a monk who had come here with the conquistadors. It spoke of a place of worship not far away, which was once inhabited by an enlightened man. Perhaps excavating the church would bring some answers. Unfortunately, it was only occupied by natives. Their blood was the price of admission. Diego said he had no interest in slaughtering more natives, which is very respectable. I wish we had more people that were thinking like that, or venturing deeper into their lands. He would stay at the camp and do what he could from there. O'Connell said he would also stay back in camp. Someone had to look after all the peons. I hate that we call them peons. And take charge if the natives attacked. Bless Diego. A man with sense. Not enough sense to leave, but at least enough sense to go, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't kill all these people. It was obvious to him that Diego could be trusted neither with the former nor the latter. Okay. At the camp in the old mission ruins, everything seemed to be in order. For some reason, though, the peons were nervous. Okay, we've got a hunting spot. And we've got a cemetery to the north. Slaughter the natives in the barrows. Can we, like, not? I feel like that would be pretty wise. The company came upon an abandoned wagon lying out in the open, left behind by an earlier group of explorers. There were no bodies, but plenty of supplies. Zacharias warned Vasquez it could be a trap. But the posse standing guard, the peons managed to bring back everything that had been left in the wagon, including medical supplies and several bottles of whiskey. That's what I like to see. A Lancaster pistol. I do like that this game doesn't shy away from informing you that you're playing as bad people. Like, the game's story is impressively bleak, but I think it makes a lot of sense that, like, when you're playing as, like, Vasquez is, like, I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but Vasquez, this isn't the only scenario he's present in, but it's definitely the only one where you play as him. Okay, so the Lancaster's like a super Derringer, got it. Last 2 shots per turn. Look at the Lancaster, too. Oh my god, that's a lot of heat. Okay, maybe not. Fuck it. Everyone's gonna shoot. He's got the most health, yeah. If everyone shoots Zacharias, that's A-okay. He's a tough guy, he can handle it. They burned the forest to the ground to cut off the natives' food supply? Holy shit. Let's go hunting. Senior Zacharias got bit by a jaguar. Let's see if the peons have anything. They brought back a large amount of food. Cool. We only lost 1 guy. Excellent. I'm astonished these guys are sticking around. I feel like if we started randomly losing people, I'd just be like, you know what, I'm out of here. Digging up graves was extremely risky, thanks to the inevitable attacks that the natives would launch. Getting rid of the natives first would greatly reduce the risk. You know what, let's just go excavate. Let's just fucking leave. Oh, if you take out the natives in the area, that makes it so that this, like, actually excavating's less risky. Okay. Let's just go for it. Repeated attacks by the natives forced the peons into retreat. Vasquez tried to maintain order, but eventually had to make a run for it himself. Okay, we need more men. Isn't, like, the best way to... Oh, Jesus. Why am I having, like, no luck with hunting? This is fucking funny. This is really fucking funny. Man, we just keep going hunting, and we just keep randomly getting hit. We're really bad at this. Who could have imagined? It takes 25 provisions to heal a member of the posse? Holy shit. Got a riverbank village over here. Let's see if we can grab some more people at some point. Wish I could buy some, like, buy some provisions from someone. I've got a lot of money. Yeah, I don't need gold for sure. I'm astonished that people are willing to go this far for gold. Kind of nuts. Okay, seems like we can't really do this unless we go murder a lot of people. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to commit some human rights violations. That's that, you know. That's just what the game requires. Try not to think too much about it. What was it? There's like there's like a headline that I think people were pointing out. And that's just how it is on this hard of a West. On this hard of a West. There's like a thing where you know, if we're super wounded and we just keep going hunting with the posse, like it still costs the same amount to heal them, right? Yes. Do you know what that means? That means we can just spam hunting with the posse, and then once they hit a certain amount of wounds that they can't get anymore, we could just keep redoing it over and over and over again in order to keep getting food, right? Is this an exploit? Oh my god, you can just keep doing it. Because your posse can't die. Oh my god. Alright, I have taken care of the food situation for the foreseeable future. Got 200 units of bread. Jesus fucking Christ. Wow, we're terrible people in this one. Oops, looked for gold. Kinda did a little genocide en route to the gold, but you know, who hasn't? Who hasn't in this heart of a West? It's just how it is. I'd like to make it clear that as a streamer, I do not abide by any of the actions that I'm engaging in here. Can you guys just stop? I just want gold. That's all I want. Please leave me alone. Next, you're gonna tell me that the villagers think that this gold is like cursed or something. That'd be crazy. Oh, these guys suck. Alright, can we, like, leave one of the barrows? I feel really bad. Like, I know this is, like, I shouldn't think too much about this, but I feel really bad. Okay. After hours of digging, they discovered a chest. The items it held were as mysterious as the origins of the building. A black robe covered in blood, an amulet covered in disturbing carvings, and an old notebook that had clearly been written by a madman. Wow, I feel great. It spoke of a chapel on a high rock, a face of dead gods, and a red star. Vasquez pocketed the amulet and joked that their next task should be to find that chapel and burn it to the ground despite the dead gods, their face, and their star. Very cool. After the long and dangerous journey to the top of the cliff, they discovered an old chapel. Instinctively, Zacharias thrust his hand into a stoop. A stoop? That's a new one on me. A basin for holy water, basically, especially on the wall near the door of a Roman Catholic church for worshippers to dip their fingers in before crossing themselves. So the stoop holds holy soup. Got it. Let's go. Vasquez crossed himself. Maybe God will smite us for our crimes against humanity. I'd like that. Vasquez stared at the liquid in the stoop. He had no idea how long the supposed holy water had been in there. After long consideration, he dipped his hand in the stoop and crossed himself. Initially, the interior of the chapel looked like any other, but as they examined it more closely, they saw it was covered in pictures and carvings of the natives' pagan religion. The centerpiece of the chapel sat where the altar should have been. It was an ornate pedestal with a jade mask resting on top of it. Vasquez seemed mesmerized by the mask's presence. He slowly approached it, then grabbed it with both his hands and thrust his face into its dead eyes. Ew. The mask embraced Vasquez. We have lost Alvaro Vasquez, and we have gained the masked man. Uh-oh. The mask embraced Vasquez's face like a long-lost lover. In that blinding, all-seeing moment, he felt he perceived all things. A feeling of absolute security and power overcame him. When he was able to look around again, he noticed that the texts on the walls, previously incomprehensible, were now perfectly legible to him. Zacharias watched in awe as Vasquez approached the tablets and read them aloud. They spoke of a temple beyond the mountains that held immense wealth and infinite power. Suddenly, Vasquez went silent. He read on silently for himself. Sacrifice was required, the tablet said. To gain access to the hidden city, the masked wearer must kill his dearest friend. Vasquez told Zacharias he knew what must be done. Midway in their descent, Zacharias began coughing and said he felt ill. The same feeling overwhelmed Vasquez. Poison. It seemed the holy water had not been holy water after all. Luckily, it seemed the poison had been there a long time and had lost much of its potency. From the hill, the masked Vasquez watched the camp. He felt that something must be wrong. Things were too quiet. Okay. Poison inflames the innards, -2 max HP. This man has 5 health. Oh dear. Mandrake root. Let's give him the medical bag so that he doesn't perish on contact with a single bullet. Go figurine on this guy. Defense damage, -20 max luck, +3 heat. Sure. Effects from negative bomb effects, increases maximum. Ethanol increases maximum HP. Remember, boys. Alright. Oh, fuck. The masked man got all of his shit refunded. We'll just dump everything we got on you. You're a scary man. What's 4 of a kind give you? 15 aim. I'm down. Barrage, smell blood, beast hearing, ricochet, golden bullet, shadow kill, shadow salve. What if? We've got 2 pair. That gives 10 defense, which is nice. What is, hang on. What does a full house give you? +4 movement, +30 max luck. He's a shotgunner, so I think that extra movement would actually be quite nice. Oh, this man isn't powerful enough to take on 2 more cards. That's unfortunate. Do we have a Joker? We do not. Zacharias has a lot of really evil moves. Like, the whole 9 set's pretty awful. It's Transfusion, Cannibal, Artery Shot, and Unholy Power. That's pretty rough. He's not a good enough poker player to actually hold him. He can only fold him, never hold him. Unfortunate. Alright, let's get in there. I'm gonna boost the power of the background real quick. I noticed this game was really quiet last time I played.
Vasquez was in a difficult situation, but his goal was finally within reach. Vasquez was in a difficult situation.
You just said that.
His goal was finally within reach. He would do whatever it took to fulfill his destiny.
Okay, we're playing as Zacharias. We've got... Let's open that door. We've got a man there. We can't really get Zacharias to a good position to hit this guy. What about Sun Cove? He's got prayer. We could pray. These guys have good cover. Eat some dried meat real quick. Pray for a bonus. Blessed healing. And we'll just do a pot shot at this guy. Nope. Is there anything I can ricochet off of? Oh, hang on. We're about to see gameplay. 77. Yes! We did it. There it is. What I like to fucking see. I like how sometimes these guys just decide not to use cover. We are gaming, using buckets to our advantage. That's what I like to fucking see. Here we go. Hell yeah. Alright, now we need to find Diego and reach O'Connell. Got some more enemies? Cool. You know, I think Hard West 1 had a little bit more gameplay to Hard West 2 had a little bit more gameplay to it than this game does, but I actually do prefer this game. Like now that I'm playing it again, I prefer this game. It kind of took me a while to come around to like that feeling, but yeah, I'm pretty secure. I think this game just kind of has the feel better. I didn't really like the what was it? I didn't really like the bravado system in Hard West 2. It was too goofy. This guy's dead. Adios. There's a time and a place for goofy and western. Well, it was like, what was it? Hard West 2 just had a totally different tone too, because like Hard West 2 was goofy, but it was like a little goofy and not a lot of serious. And bravado just like it felt like, oh yeah, if you don't kill 5 dudes this turn, it's over because there's like 50 guys here. Like it just was beyond the pale at one point. Of just like, oh, you gotta, if you wanna, like I kind of like the gunfights in this game feel a bit more like reasonable, I guess, more balanced, because it's like Like, your guys aren't that tough. Like, they aren't that much tougher than natives unless you really... not than like, other people, not just natives. But, like, they are not... They're not particularly... They're not particularly, that much tougher than, like, the enemies you're fighting, but also, like, there's a reasonable amount of enemies. There's, like, 6 guys, and that's, like, a lot. And that makes more, like, that to me makes more sense for a gunfight, whereas in, like, in Hard West 2, it's like, oh, you're here to rob a train. This train has every man. Like, every man that ever existed in this entire county. Just every man and all of his brothers and all of his cousins just fucking are all on this one train, literally packed to the gills with a bunch of sweaty dudes with rifles. And it got really annoying after a while. And I don't know. I don't think it was a bad game, but I was kind of disappointed because I was kind of hoping for something that felt more like a sequel to this. You wanna know what game felt more like? It was a lot of dudes. You wanna know what game felt more like that tone-wise? It was Weird West rather than Hard West 2. Also, just like, don't get me wrong, I don't think Hard West 2 is an objectively bad game. I just thought it, like, just really wasn't my thing. And that was really disappointing, because I actually thought this game had a lot of potential. I don't think it was, like, amazing, but I thought it had a lot of potential. And I really wanted to see what a sequel what a sequel would look like. And what I ended up with was just a different video game, which was really strange. We should probably go help O'Connell. He's like almost out of... Okay, there we go. He's almost out of man juice, also known as blood. Game development is weird. Yeah, well, the thing that really bothered me was that it's not... It was made by an entirely different developer. Like, the IP went to an... I don't know what the situation was, if it was like a contract thing or something, but it was an entirely different set of people making Hard West 2 compared to Hard West 1, which was why it felt like an entirely different game. Like to compare, there's Darkest Dungeon 1 and 2. They did a complete genre swap, going from Darkest Dungeon 1 to Darkest Dungeon 2, but it's still the same people. And you can kind of tell, because, like, the tone's the same, the gameplay design has, like, a lot of the same things that made the original pretty good. Like, the characters all have a variety of different moves that make them useful in different positions and scenarios, and they all have, like a single character has different possible identities depending on how you equip them out and what trinkets they have. And, like, all the other stuff that I thought was really good about Darkest Dungeon 1's gameplay is still there, even if, like, fundamentally the whole, like, long campaign where you're going through, like, tons of people doesn't work isn't there anymore. Like, the core of the game is still there. The core of the gameplay experience is still there, I think. And in comparison, like, with Hard West 2, you could tell it was a different group of people because it felt like the entire gameplay, like, philosophy was just different. Philosophy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably more annoyed by it than I need to be, but it bothered me a bit. It's one of the reasons why I didn't end up continuing it. It just kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. There's not a lot of weird westerns out there, and I just kind of I don't know. I have high hopes for the genre, which is why I, like, take it really seriously when a game comes out in the genre.
Diego begged Vasquez to stop this madness, but the man in the mask did not listen. To him, there's only one way this could end.
Not Diego. He's the last cool guy. I'm surrounded by dickheads, and I don't want to kill Diego. Oh well. The man in the mask will not listen. Oh, you hear the music? It's changed now that we're at the church and fighting Diego. Is there anything I can bounce bullets off of here? Oh. How much luck do I have? 47? Gotcha. I'd rather O'Connell not die because he's a useful flesh being. Ah yes, Anno Domini Lorem Ipsum. Praise Padre. How do we get around this guy? They've got good cover. Yeah, sure. We'll just stun these guys real quick. I said this before. You guys know The Witcher? Like the soundtrack for The Witcher was pretty famous. I mentioned this when I started playing this game, but the same dude composed for this game. Little fun fact, or at least I'm pretty sure it's the same guy. Either that or it's a guy with the exact same name, but I'm pretty sure it's the same guy. Rice is going around. He's got an angle. Oh no. Hell yeah. Can I just like get Victor like right up here and then have him kill this guy or perish? Okay, there we go. We're good. For a gun that's way, way, way outdated, that ivory flintlock packs a punch. What does smell blood do? Detect every wounded enemy within a range of 50. That is not that useful, actually. And we'll just have O'Connell sit back there. I don't know how much damage he does, actually. I was about to, like, just run him right up to Diego and have, see if the masked man could just take him out real quick, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I do want the masked man to finish him off, though. It'd be appropriate. Oh god, he's still going. He keeps going. We have enough? We do not have enough luck. Yeah, we can't do the golden bullet. Let's end him rightly. Let's end him the way he ought to be ended. Ouch. I move the mask, man. I don't know if Diego's just gonna instantly fucking kill him is the problem. Big boss man dies to local gunslinger with a really good gun. More at noon. More at high noon, yeah. Okay, I've got an angle. We can make this work. This was way less efficient than it needed to be, but whatever. I think this is it. Never mind. Never mind. Come on. Alright, well, he's out in the open. We took a shot, but it's okay. This has to hit. There we go.
Gazed dispassionately at the remains of his oldest friend. Zacharias moved to console him, then saw Vasquez was cold and firm as stone. His protege was beyond sympathy now.
Cool. We put on the mask and now we're Patrick Bateman. We don't feel emotions anymore. You may put your hand on my shoulder and feel flesh, feel flesh, but you'll look into my mask and you'll know that there just simply isn't anything there, or whatever his fucking narration was. The hunting trip was cut short when the posse stumbled on a group of natives. Again, Vasquez's group quickly disposed of the tribesmen, but one of his men was injured. This area was well suited for hunting, yada yada yada. Alright. Do we have to what are we doing? I've only got one objective and it's optional. Have to. I can just go over this way, right? Can we not? Does this place not exist anymore? There's a fate trader. That's pretty cool. Guess not. I swear, they need to add this gun to Hunt Showdown. I'd love to see it. Just make it the heaviest, like, least convenient gun on the planet. Okay, there are no other objectives, so I guess I have to do this. I would like to inform you guys see that, like, you guys see the headline that I think was fake but might not have been, which was like some organization out there was trying to suggest that people who play video games should be held accountable for war crimes they commit in video games. And then there was like and then I remember that got like I saw that on Reddit, and I remember seeing it get like bounced around because it was just it was the guys who play, it was a bunch of guys who play like 4X, like grand strategy games like Crusader Kings saying oh no, like Hearts of Iron oh no, like Endless Space oh no. Damn, I hope that doesn't pass, cause uh-oh. 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 Might be held accountable for might be held accountable for some stuff. Uh-oh. Is this just bad luck or something? Like, what is wrong? How many times do I have to send guys in to fucking to do this? God, we're just not good at strategy, aren't we? Jesus fuck. There we go. Christ. I got a card. That's all I got from that. That's all that experience was worth. God damn. I have lost 46 men. Okay, what the fuck are we doing? Is this a bug? Got a holy musket. Excuse me? A musket empowered by faith. Evil requires maximum stopping power. It does 2 more damage. That's crazy. Oh, we've got a Joker. There we go. 5 of a kind. Oh baby. And O'Connell, you can have the leftovers. There you go. Good luck, buddy. Yeah, this is really awkward. I think an objective was supposed to pop, but it didn't. Might have to, hang on. There we go. When the treacherous Diego and his native soldiers were dead, Vasquez showed no signs of regret. Zacharias hid his worries over what Vasquez had become. Meanwhile, the red star glowed brighter than ever, clearly showing their destination. Vasquez ordered the remaining men to move out to the east. There we go. Sometimes games get broken, but as long as it comes back around, that's fine. I need 40 dudes. Shit. I need 40 dudes. Hey there, yeah, you know the last 30 people you sent me? They are all dead. They're all dead. I'm just gonna need more. Luckily, you guys just have an infinite supply of people. Let's go. Luckily, I have enough money to just acquire an infinite supply of labor. Oh, the rocks have been moved. I'm going to be very happy when we emerge out of this campaign. Oh no, questions. Hidden in the rubble of the ancient ruined village, they discovered a container made of solid rock. With great effort, they managed to pry it open. Inside, they found strange scriptures covered in what looked like gibberish. Vasquez found he could read them effortlessly. But the Zompantli, I think that's how I don't know how to pronounce this properly. The scripture described a wall of skulls that barred access to the most sacred place. Its creators had deliberately left it incomplete. Only by complete is B close to V? It's right next to V. That's how that happened. Respectable. There is a lot of text in this game, so I'm not too surprised by that. Only by completing it could it be brought down, and completing it meant sacrifice. About rituals. The text described numerous rituals in great detail. Among them was an ancient ball game that had been used to determine whether one team or another would be sacrificed. Oh yeah, that thing's real. I remember reading about that. I think... Was that Aztec or was that Mayan? Sacrifice ball game. Yes, it was Mayan. That's what it was. Or Mesoamerican in general. Yeah, that's just someone up late at night after a third proofread. Yeah, I've been there. The text described the gods of nature. Metzli, the god of the moon. Tlautecutli, the goddess of the earth. Something for the goddess of the springs. And Senzon Huitznahua, the god of the stars. And Hekal, the god of the wind. What was it? I think I know how to pronounce Quetzalcoatl, but I don't know about any of the other deities from like Mesoamerica. About the gods of man. Yeah, there's Quetzalcoatl, god of life. I know about that one because she shows up in. I know about the serpent because she's in. I think Quetzalcoatl's mentioned and like gets to like a few different shows up in a few different like fiction like universes, including like I think Quetzalcoatl in particular was in like the Shadowrun universe at some point because they like to bring up like dragons and stuff. Tlaloc, Quetzalcoatl, Huitzilopochtli, the god of the sun. Very cool. That's just trivia for us, I guess. Oh shit, boys! It's the ball court. Come on and slam. An ancient court used to play a game to please the gods. A ball and a ceremonial dagger sat next to the field of play. Vasquez ordered peons to play the game. 20 peons were stripped to the waist and lined up in 2 groups. Vasquez quickly explained the rules to them. The team with the most goals would sacrifice the other for the glory of the gods. The peons immediately leapt into action, playing for their lives. Finally, one team emerged victorious. The losers knelt to meet their fate. As their throats were slit one by one, their blood filled a previously invisible pattern on the floor, revealing an inscription only Vasquez could read. Wow, they just kind of did it. There's no convincing. They're just like, yeah, sure, I'll ball. Let's do it. If I die, I don't have to see where this expedition ends up. Fuck it, why not? I signed up to get like $10 in gold, but this works for me too, I guess. If I die, I don't have to live in the West anymore. The moon is the mother of all power. Ancient tomb. One of the last structures in the area was a tomb. It probably held little more than rotting bodies, but right now the party was after skulls to complete the Zompantli. The men cleared the tomb's entrance and ventured inside. In the dark interior lay huge piles of human skulls, along with several large metallic chests. The men cleared the tomb's entrance and ventured inside. In the dark interior lay huge piles of human skulls, along with several large metallic chests. Let's just throw Vasquez in there. Vasquez entered the tomb and walked across the carpet of skulls, feeling them crush beneath his feet. The air felt thick, and he began to cough, but he was too driven to care. The metallic chests contained skulls with the names of different gods engraved in their foreheads. Very cool. Is the huts where we're set up now, or no? Gonna go back to like, wait, is our base camp still back at the mission ruins? That is funny. Okay. All right, we will fix that mysterious cough with bread. Just jam it down his throat, and he won't cough anymore. The Zompantli, a gigantic wall of skulls, blocked the passage to the north. There were several empty spaces, enough room for 3 more skulls. But which ones to insert? The first skull Vasquez inserted bore the name of... Oh. I don't think this is correct. Okay, we need to figure out... So the moon is the mother of all power. Metzli? I think it's Tezcatlipoca and Quetzalcoatl and Metzli, I think. Moon. No, incorrect. Hang on. Nature. Metzli. Gods of creation. Oh, the mother of all women is Coatlicue. Alright. Coatlicue. That one. Then power is this one. There we go. As the final skull was inserted, the entire structure began to tremble. Seconds later, it collapsed to dust and rubble. The path to the temple lay open. Wellspring? The men came upon a small lake filled with crystalline water that sprang from the mountains. After the preceding horrors, a place like this seemed miraculous. The peons ran to it and drank deeply. They were instantly refreshed and felt as if they had seen until now all they had seen until now had been nothing more than a bad dream. Vasquez drank the water. Everyone's injuries have been healed, even though I just healed them with bread. I don't need water. I've got bread. Come on. Vasquez drank the water through the opening of his mask. The few drops that made it to his mouth made him forget any pains he had. Zacharias sat on a rock behind Vasquez, who stood staring at the temple in the distance. Eventually, Zacharias spoke. Zacharias recalled the tragedy of Diego's treachery and said he hoped Vasquez knew that he would never betray him. Vasquez turned to his old companion and told him that their friendship was the one thing he was absolutely sure of. Something's about to happen to Zacharias. Because we're coming up to a temple. They arrived at a massive ancient structure. If the stories were to be believed, this magnificent temple was the gateway to untold wealth and power. They enter the temple. Experiencing the horrors? Just take a bath. Just drink some water. Well, fellas, Looks like Zacharias, who just informed us that the only thing we could count on was his friendship, appears to be missing in this combat setup screen. I wonder what's gonna happen. Who's getting the holy musket? Go. Melody Elixir, Sun Bomb, give dried meat to Papa Bear here. I really like the icons in this game for items. Like I kind of wish they did the same for the guns, but I like that all the items have like this little scrap of paper with some writing on it. Maledictus serpens. That's pretty cool. All right, what does O'Connell have? Jack of Clubs, 10. Well, better give him all the evil shit. What we had before. On a man who is now probably going to die. Alright, let's go. As they walked up the incredibly long stairs, Vasquez wondered what reward awaited him.
Horrified, Zacharias finally understood Vasquez's intentions. He would stop him or die trying.
I don't know why the voiceover's so quiet. Guys want to see something kind of stupid? Hang on. Do we have full luck right now? All right. Behold, he has 2 guns. Amazing. That's barrage. So yeah, your character pulls out 2 guns, spins around and fires in all directions. All the bullets go out the front. It doesn't, like, the fact that they spin and shoot in every direction doesn't actually correspond with where the bullets are going, but the idea is there. This man has 16 health. Christ alive. Oh! Oh dear. Dun, 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 dun. Nightmare regeneration. Oh yeah, this is Nightmare. No shadows can be spotted. Abilities based on shadows are even more powerful. Yeah, so this is like the, there's like multiple forms of like time of day. There's daytime, nighttime, and Nightmare. And Nightmare is the one that's the most evil, as you can imagine. Oh shit. Ouch. Now let's take care of this guy real quick. Aren't these dudes I hired? Is this what I paid you $10 for you to betray me the second I come across as if I'm going to horribly sacrifice you in a ritual that will kill everybody involved in the expedition? Like, is that really the circumstance here? I could just... Okay, never mind. Sorry, I thought I was just gonna kill Zacharias there. Let's see. Let's see what this animation is. Oh, he just died. The fucking Sunko didn't do anything. He just stood there, and that guy just died. Just fucking dropped dead on the spot. Crazy. Real quick. It's kind of weird that the one-shot gun in this game's a musket instead of like a large bore like buffalo rifle or something like that. Oh dear. Oh dear. Sunko's in trouble. Yo. Can we make it happen? Not quite. How much damage does this do? This does 3 damage. I'm gonna send this man over here so he can deal with the problems that are over here. You know, if Sun Cove dies, it doesn't matter. I think Sun Cove is gonna... Okay, cool. It worked out. I think Sun Cove is gonna die regardless of what happens in this scenario. I don't know. I don't feel like... I feel like we're gonna get a total party kill except for the masked man. Just a little... I don't know. Something about this Mayan temple makes me feel like we're not gonna... This isn't gonna be like a clean break here. Cool. I love missing. It's my favorite thing to do. Blessed legs. God has seen my gams and he is proud. I'm gonna put Sunkove over here. Slide up on here. Hit him with the bounce. Do it! It's not your grandma's temple. Cool kids engage in human sacrifice. If you don't eat this heart, if you don't eat the heart I carved out of this virgin girl, you're lame. That's just how it is. That's just what it takes to be sick, to be epic. Just gotta commit a couple atrocities. Like all the cool kids do. Oh, but I'm about to end Zacharias right here and now. Never mind, he's got cover. Alright, will this kill him? Oh. Oh dear. Here it comes. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Not good. I should have given the dried meat to Vasquez. Oh well. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Yeah, I would have really liked a version of this game to come out that was like if I could have gotten a, that makes sense. Wait, hang on. Oh. We'll just shadow kill him. There we go, he's dead.
Vasquez smiled. Surely the forces inhabiting the temple would accept his sacrifice. It was time to pass through the gates and fulfill his destiny.
Yeah, but I would have liked... It would have been really cool to see, like, a version of this game made, like, with a little bit more budget, maybe. And I really like the West. I don't know, something about it just attracts me. And, like, I think weird Western's, like, my favorite genre on the fucking planet. So it'd be really... I really wish I got to see more things with it. Because, like, the idea of, like, an XCOM-style game with older weapons sounds like it'd be really cool. Like, I'd like to see that. Oh, I did give him dried meat. I just never had him eat it because I'm an idiot. I appreciate that Sunko has a sombrero. I need at least one person with a giant hat in this party, otherwise I'm just not playing the game right.
Smiling and relaxed.
Oh my god.
Antichrist.
The Antichrist!
His teeth glinted and the red stars.
Why does he only have 8 health?
A spark danced in his eyes. This was his world now.
He's just some bones. Alright. Well, that campaign's done. That's 2 over with on normal difficulty. That's what I like to see. So there's like a little... Let's see. We can either do crazy science or we can do big revenge. Those are our 2 options right now. I think, because as you can see, there's a solid line going from like in gold we trust to as good as dead. It's because the masked man shows up again in this one. But if we want to go by chronological order, we could do Method and Madness and then Law and Order. Let's do Method and Madness. I like weird science. Turn combat entries on for giggles. Characters gain debuffs with damage badly, but over time they grow stronger for the experience. Yeah, I think I think what happens is that like they get debuffs, but like if they do a combat with the debuffs, they get better.
Spread across the land. A genius inventor by the name of Trumercliff worked on a cure for this madness, but didn't manage to complete his undertaking. The word of his demise reached his not-so-friendly rival, Solomon Delir. Much to his surprise, Trumercliff's will stated that Delir could have his lab and all his equipment if
see, that's
he
passion.
agreed to continue Trumercliff's work. But when Solomon arrived there, he found the place ransacked and overrun by gun-toting madmen.
There's a guy on the roof just like, yeehaw! Oh my, oh yeah, dude, I love Solomon Delir because his eyes are fucking misaligned. Like, this is a man, I can just imagine this man stepping out and going, I'm gonna solve crazy people. He's ready, he's confident.
Delir was nervous and thought about fleeing. Then 3 massive Pinkertons appeared.
3 massive
Each
Pinkertons.
introduced himself in turn, but all 3 had the same name, Mr. Persons. They explained that they had been hired to protect him, but declined to say by whom.
He's got the sight. Alright, so Solomon Delir came astonishingly, like, equipped for just a random guy in the West. He brought a 6-shooter and a Western rifle, which I find quite funny. We've got A. Persons, who's our gunslinger. We can probably put him up in the front. He's got ricochet already. We've got B. Persons, who's our sniper. We'll park him back here because he's got an elephant gun. And we've got C. Persons, who's our shotgunner. Scoped custom rifle. That's a weird-ass looking gun. Alright. End our turn real quick. And I guess we'll get this party started. This guy's got a triple shotgun, and it's 10 gauge. That's a big shell. Alright, let's see how this works. Incredible. Fucking love to see it. Fucking one person down. Okay. Okay, cool. We're off to a great fucking start. That's what I'm having a great time. This is perfect. All right, one of these guys is gonna take a bad shot, but whatever. Okay, luckily these guys can't aim. What I like to see. Alright, excellent. We're just very lucky today, I guess. Nice work. Delir just arrived in the West. He's already killed a man. That's what I like to see. Oh, no. Positioning my men. It's kind of awkward because there's a lot of interiors in this map, which means that there's a lot of cover. It's kind of awkward to like get an angle. Ouch. Oh my god. 77%. That's basically guaranteed, right? Like, come on. Come on. One more try. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now the numbers all make sense. It all loops back around. You know, me missing a bunch of shot works. You wanna know what happened this morning? I did a pull in Star Rail and I managed to get Zila. So that's where all my luck went for the day, I think. Finally, Math Assault. We did it, everybody. At last. Fucking, I'm gonna send that clip to my fucking high school calculus teacher and then be like, is this worth a C, motherfucker? I learned. Oh, incredible. Could you imagine if the concept of math was resolved just forever? There's no need to think. We've figured everything out. There are no more questions. I don't know what kind of world that would be like. Can't quite bounce it off of that. Alright. Push up a little bit. These guys are way out of position. Let's run up on this guy. I do like that the persons are color-coded. That's it's very convenient for me. The video games would be great, I'm sure. I'm sure. I don't know. I'm kind of cynical. I'm of the opinion that we managed to solve math, we'd still fuck everything up. You know what I mean? Like, we know, like, there's a lot of physics concepts that are very firmly established that still don't really come through in video games, so I'm, you know. That counts as full cover for my guy? Really? 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 Okay. You know, despite all of our knowledge of physics, like, ragdoll physics still work the way they work. Like, it doesn't take a genius to look at that and go like, oh yeah, I think that's incorrect, but it still happens. So I think, like, having math solved is one thing, but having math solved and be adequately represented in a virtual space, different thing, I guess. Solomon's got quite the kill count this combat, despite the fact that he's not the armed, he's not the armed, he's not an armed Pinkerton. He's not like the professional hitman over here. Oh yes, Mr. Scientist, we're here to protect you. Please stay back. And then Solomon just runs in and kills 3 people. And they're like, okay, okay, okay. Wait for me. Oh, tactics. These guys are schizophrenic. I wonder what they're imagining is happening. Okay, I'm a little concerned. It says kill all madmen, and it says 3 remaining, but I only know about this one guy at the end, and I'm a little scared, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, there's 2. I hear him. I hear her. Interesting position. Ouch. Okay, he's still alive. We're okay. Will Solomon claim another victim? Hang on. This man's incredible. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need the help. Where's this last guy? I heard him. He's over here somewhere. I think he's, like, in this area, is why I haven't seen him yet. Is he somewhere? Hello? Hello, mister? If this happens again like that one time in the... If this happens like that one time where, like, I was just sitting around and waiting for the guy to show up and then he just appeared behind me and then killed one of my guys, I'm gonna be so fucking upset. There he is, right in range for Solomon to kill him.
The laboratory was finally cleared of lunatics.
I think the professor killed half of the people in that building.
In his research.
There he is, this fucking psychopath, ready to do some research. I'm poor. Oh god. Delir, if you are receiving this, it means I have succumbed to the madness. You have arrived. He's just built better. He's that good. You have arrived here exactly as I planned. You may be asking yourself why the greatest inventor of our time would move to the hard lands of the West. It is a fair question. After being informed that the land was being ravaged by a plague of madness, I offered my help to a man known as the Protector. I believe that by using the modern objective principles of science, I could devise a method to erase this madness, but as I come closer to a cure, I can feel my mind slipping away. I fear I may not be able to complete my work. The notes in this safe comprise everything I have learned thus far. For the sake of your fellow man, finish what I have started. Cure this madness. You are the only one left with the ingenuity required to accomplish this Herculean feat of intellect. Sincerely, Trummercliff. A few days later, the laboratory was restored. Solomon could barely contain his excitement. It was a perfect place to work on a revolutionary new technology, and Trummercliff's blueprints would give him a helpful head start. Each patent requires a blueprint. Blueprints belong to one of three fields: chemistry, engineering, and gunsmithing. Each new patent unlocks additional development opportunities. Each patent enables you to order new items from the nearby workshop. Chemistry allows you to create different usable items for healing and improved performance. Engineering provides passive upgrades and throwable items that deteriorate enemy performance. Gunsmithery makes guns. Solomon chose to focus on guns. Solomon had yet to research gunsmithing. He hoped his first breakthrough would yield patents for the Protector ring revolver and the revolver rifle. The Protector was an easily concealed miniature revolver. The rifle could be reloaded quickly. Solomon invented and patented the Protector ring revolver and the revolving rifle. To start with curing the madness of this land, I have invented guns. I have invented a gun that you can conceal easily. This will take care of any problems you have with insane people. Solomon entered the workshop. It was an utter mess. He spent the rest of the day restoring the tools to an operational state so he could begin building prototypes for new patents. The raw material stocks were empty, and the only way to restock them was through the Pony Express. That meant that each prototype would come at a cost. Let's get one of these. Violence is the answer.
Cliff's notes suggested the natives knew what caused the madness. Delir decided to pay them a visit and try to find out what they knew.
Alright. Hang on, let's compare these two. 4, 3... Quick reload, 2 shots. Oh, allows 2 shots per turn. Oh. Interesting. We'll give that to Solomon and give it a shot. I didn't know the revolver rifle let you shoot twice. That explains a lot. Let's give Delir unholy power because he's a murdering machine. Courage, and we'll give Barrage to the green Pinkerton. There we go. These guys all have the exact same beard. So we got Solomon Delir. Delir was a brilliant and inquisitive inventor who took over Trummercliffe's laboratory and work. He was determined to stop the plague of madness no matter the cost. Fighting a plague of madness is no mean feat, so the Protector hired 3 Pinkerton agents to protect Delir while he worked. Mr. A. Persons is one of them. The Protector knew things would get bloody, and he did not want Delir to become distracted by attachments to his bodyguards should they fall in the line of duty. Thus, his contract specified that each agent's true identity and name should be obscured. Each would simply be Mr. Persons. Whenever one of the Persons was killed, another Pinkerton agent was sent to replace him, taking on the same name and mission as of his predecessor: protect Delir at all costs. Yeah, so we've got an infinite supply of scary men, which is all I want, really. It's all I could need. Ordered parts, cash, blueprint, tobacco. Alright. Good on that. We've got all of our stuff equipped so far. What does it cost to research again? Solomon made his first breakthrough in gunsmithing. He had a hunch next would yield a patent for the harmonica gun. It was a pistol with a revolutionary clip that allowed quick reloading. Sure. I've invented the harmonica gun. Cool. The natives told him about a comet they had seen shortly before people began going mad. Everyone had twisted dreams that night. The man who lived in the ruined mansion could tell him more, but Solomon knew he would need to give him the password. Jade is the gem of greed. Do people around here know what? Whatever. Solomon came to the native village. People who were eccentric but closer to sanity than most. Glad to see we can interact nicely with the natives now. Sure, I'm down for more defense. We can put this nice shirt on Solomon so that he dies a little less. We have made this man more powerful. There we go. I think defense just directly lowers the percentage chance that enemies have to hit you. Solomon arrived at the scene of a terrible catastrophe. Inside the crashed train sat a single conscious man surrounded by bodies. He was covered in blood but otherwise appeared well. He introduced himself as James Scheffler and assured Solomon that he had once been a doctor. He asked whether Solomon or his companions needed any help. I guess the derailed train is where we get our healing done. The inhabitants of this town had become either so crazed or so terrified that they had left, seemingly suddenly and all at once. Buildings stood abandoned as decay slowly crept in. Solomon wondered whether they had left anything useful behind. We'll just devote a short period of time to looking for stuff. The brief search yielded several items, including the notebook of Sheriff Turner's deputy, Deadeye Dean. Dean wrote that Sheriff Turner was arresting lawful citizens for crimes they didn't commit, and every accusation ended on the gallows. Sheriff Turner had become very convinced that every person in his town was a criminal. After reading through the notebook, Solomon left this tainted place felt this tainted place had left a mark on his soul. $20. A bottle of liquor and assorted parts. Hell yeah. Solomon arrived at a dilapidated cottage inhabited by the Thurner family, a strange group that laughed at even the most solemn things. They invited him for dinner. Ooh, we can rob him. We'll come back here. What about the gunsmith? What have you got? Arno M. Scheringer was intelligent but paranoid, yet despite his quirks, he impressed the Pinkertons with his expertise. Okay. We'll sell that rifle. I don't think we need it. The quarter pounder is nice. Or we could buy a blueprint. Oh no, we can't afford it. Let's buy some assorted parts. I feel like we'll use those at some point. I should have asked him for more money. Oh well. Once a majestic home, the ruined mansion now retained only a shadow of its former glory. Solomon knocked to no avail. Jade is the gem of green. At Solomon's words, the door sprang open. Behind it was an elderly man who invited Solomon inside and asked if he would like some refreshment. The inside of the house was also in ruins, and the whole building looked as though it might collapse at any moment. Solomon asked about the madness. The elderly man spoke to him about the origin of the madness. He said he remembered the night it had begun. The same night, a comet blazed across the sky, and everyone he knew was touched by terrible nightmares. Father Gilmer had organized an asylum in his church to the southwest in an attempt to cure the sick. Though he was able to gain much insight into the disease and record it in his notes, the madmen turned on him at their first opportunity and tore him apart. Sounds like a good time. At Solomon's words, the doors for... Oh, wait. We could barter, we could ask about the nearby land, we could brought a key which he thought might open the back entrance of a nearby church. He didn't know how the old man had obtained it. Okay. The old man spoke at length about the reactions of 3 prominent members of the local community. He spoke of Charmercliffe, an insane genius who wrote secret notes about the comet in invisible ink on top of decoy documents. Sheriff Turner, a wise and just lawman who became paranoid after the comet's arrival. It began his reign of terror in which he built an army of madmen and criminals who hunted like a pack of ravening wolves. And his own son, Alvaro, who went looking for an ancient native city and never returned. Oh my god, this is Vasquez's dad. Poor guy. Poor guy. His son became a vice president with a cool business card. That sucks. Giant clock. Solomon met J.M. Hobie, an engineer who had developed what he called the world's clock. The device counted the time remaining until doomsday. Solomon asked about the clock in detail and, seeing the dedication of the watchmaker, decided it was his duty as an inventor to help with its construction. That's 8 assorted parts, okay. Giant clock. I guess it'd be cool to know when the world ends. You just turn it on and the clock just says, right now, baby. Alright. Let's go rob the people in the house here. Solomon intimidated the Thurners, taking everything of worth that they had. They began crying like children and pouted, refusing to talk to him again. Well, that's okay. I only took tobacco, a bottle of alcohol, and some assorted parts. I didn't take everything they had. They only had $20. I mean, it's not like it took anything important. We can buy a blueprint. We actually can't buy a blueprint. I can't afford it. Sell some tobacco. Spirit Head, Rabbit Foot. You took their smoke break, and now I'm gonna. You took my only tobacco, and now I'm gonna starve. Dude, this description is really funny for the Volcano pistol. For those who value caliber and capacity over maneuverability, the Volcanic was like well known for having a really weak bullet, I think. Like it was called like 30, it was like 38 rocket ball or something like that. And from what I understand, it was way less powerful than like stuff revolvers were firing at the time. Very cool little gun though. It does look goofy. Dude, so they just took a rifle and like shrank it, right? But it's still it's a lever action pistol. So so the way you're supposed to fire it is that you still grab the barrel and then shoot, like grab the handle and then shoot and then cock the lever, right? Like you would a lever action rifle. I think that's how you're supposed to shoot it. But every time you see this gun in a video game, they're always like, nah, that's lame shit. You wanna know what we should do? And then your character will hold the gun one-handed. They'll hold the gun with one hand, right? Like they would hold a revolver. And then when you shoot it, you want to know what they do? They flick the lever by flicking the entire gun around the lever. Like they'll flick their hand and their wrist forward to make the gun rock forward, which cocks the lever, and then they'll flick it back so that it's ready to shoot again. So like in Red Dead Redemption 2, you've got like your character when he's shooting the volcanic pistol, they're just doing like fucking jazz hands while they're shooting the gun at people. Like they're showing off for the audience. It's really funny. A good way. My favorite way to handle a firearm is when it spends a period of time aimed directly at like my foot or my leg, you know? Like in the process of shooting it. It reminds me of my mortality, which keeps me on my toes. Solomon stumbled upon an abandoned campsite. Beside an extinguished fire pit, he found Charmercliffe's notes. They made little sense to him presently, but he thought they might prove useful later on. One notebook was entitled My Rival Inventors and contained slanderous text ridiculing other inventors such as Tim Russell, Christopher Wilson, and Solomon Delir. Amid mocking comments about his mistakes, Solomon found extensive deliberations on the senselessness of his past research. We'll burn that notebook. Solomon maintained his mental stability for the time being. Madness was a greater enemy than his past shortcomings. We got his notes, at least. A middle-aged man with his lips sewn together ran a pharmacy in the middle of nowhere. That's an interesting way to live. Though he never spoke a word, he seemed rational and was eager to strike a bargain. Okay. Oh, this guy's got drugs. Excellent. Alright, I think we've got... That's a good setup right now. Let's go to the asylum. That's what I want to see. The church had been refitted to function as an asylum. The old man had told him of this place. Solomon approached the asylum, guns at the ready. Alright, well, let's go. Searching for information about the plague of madness, Solomon and the persons arrived at an old church that had been converted into a mental asylum. It didn't take long for the inmates to mutiny, however. With the staff gone, it had descended into a chaotic, lawless mess.
The church was now a makeshift asylum, but it appeared the inmates had taken over. The madmen guarding...
Has that ever actually happened? Like the inmates take an asylum over? I have a really hard time believing it.
Elmer's office had been. Probably upstairs, he grumbled. Only Delir knew how to identify the files. He needed to go there personally.
One thing that's kind of awkward about this time period is that people did not the squad rolling up to take on the asylum. One thing I do know about this time period, though, is that they did not treat the mentally ill very well. Although, you know, these are unique circumstances. Usually people who suffer from mental illness it's usually not caused by a freaky meteor, so, you know, special circumstances. They get a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. It's kind of funny how I feel like there are two Lovecraft stories that get the most like play, I think, in like Eldritch and other horror stories, and it's The Color of Madness, which is the one about the meteor that falls from the sky, and it has a color that no one's ever seen before, so people start going fucking insane when they look at it. And then the other one is it was the one in Innsmouth. I don't remember what it's called. I don't know what the title is, but it's about fishmen, basically. This is my favorite track in the game, by the way. I was kind of talking over it, but the part where the guitar starts riffing is great. It's one of Turner's men. Interesting. Delir takes another victim. Having a rifle that shoots twice is actually really nice. I didn't respect the revolving rifle very much when I played this game the first time. Is that a nun? Are we fighting a nun with a gun? Well, she's dead now. Nun with a gun is no longer having fun, unfortunately. Like a really simple track, but I love it. I really do. One thing they did really well in this game were like the little particle, like the little projectile effects. Like I love the smoke that comes trailing out of the bullet and then like curls out. It's fucking good. Actually, this is a bad position. I'll move this guy here. I love it when they run out of cover. It's amazing. I fucking love it when they're like, you know what? I like cover. That's some coward shit. I'm gonna run out here in the open in front of all these men with guns, and I'm gonna show them how big my fucking balls are. But bam. Part 2. Ah, no good. Cone shot. Let's do it. Please. Yes! 2 kills. I always believed in the shotgun. No doubting. I never doubted. Alright. It'd be so funny if it turns out these people weren't crazy. They were just like... just really confused churchgoers. Like, what's going on? I don't know. Everyone's getting shot. Oh, God. It'd be funny if we turned out to be the crazy people, actually. It's like, I need to cure you of the madness. What? Put the gun down, sir. No, you're all sick. I need to cure the pestilence. Is there anyone in here? I'm seeing a lot of cover. I don't like how difficult it is to tell if there's anyone around. The pestilence is everywhere. The madness. Ever since the meteor landed, you've all been afflicted. I must cure you. Bam, bam, bam. Did we clear out the entire church? Is that just everyone? Alright, cool. Amazing. Outstanding. Sure, why not? Why not? Man, my voice is cracking a lot today. I wonder what the deal is. Because I haven't been drinking enough water, that's what it is. I'm a dry boy right now. Alright, I guess these guys should just, like, hang around while Solomon collects all these notes. I got this as an optional objective, like as if you'd be rushing over to complete the objectives or something, but I just kind of killed everyone.
Cliff's insignia.
SOS where it is dry. I do see all of the sand and the dirt. We have to go all the way back. They didn't spawn more enemies, did they? That'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting experience. Wouldn't be very happy to see it. I'm not sure why we need to get Solomon to the safe zone. He is in a safe zone. Everywhere within range of his rifle is a safe zone. The man's just unstoppable, I gotta say. Honestly, I feel like I could rate the quality of each of this game's campaigns by how many hats the characters wear. This one's got 3 hats, which is a pretty high score if you ask me. I fucking love the giant hand in the safe zone. Just the fucking go here. Go west, young man, go west. It is a pretty decent hat ratio. The hat ratio of the last one was kind of pathetic. Like, Zacharias had a hat, and Sun Cove had a hat, but the rest, eh. Vasquez didn't have a hat. He had a mask, and that was kind of cool, but, like, it would have been cooler if he had a hat. I want to get everyone in the safe zone. A little paranoid. There we go. Yeah, it's a mask, it's no hat. It doesn't cover your head, it covers your face. What are you doing that for? Solomon leapt into his steam carriage, hotly pursued by Turner's men. It was the same bunch of lunatics that had been in that laboratory when he first arrived there. He was horrified by their ferocity. Clearly, they thought of themselves as lawmen. Between their lack of fear, Turner's leadership, and their sheer numbers, they had rapidly dominated the region. He hoped the documents from the asylum would shed some light on the madness and its source. Solomon remained in Trummercliff's old laboratory. He had truly made it his own now. Analyze some data. The documents displayed a clear pattern. When patients entered the asylum, they typically got better and went back home. There, their symptoms inevitably worsened, and they would return, worse off than before. The same effect seemed to happen to Trummercliff himself. The process was highly unusual. Father Gilmer was determined to find out if there were other areas affected by the plague in other parts of the country. Okay, and we can ask questions at the railroad station. What do we have next on the gunsmithing? We've got the Duckfoot and some other gun, which is, it's okay. Solomon made his 3rd gunsmithing breakthrough. He was sure the next would yield a patent for the Mammoth Rifle. It would be a version of the Elephant Precision Rifle, but with more stopping power. That sounds incredible. What are we doing now? What? How many parts do I have? I have 8. You guys want to go build a fucking clock? Let's do it. When's the world ending? Solomon's engineering skills were insufficient to help the watch. I have to do more research? Are you kidding me? Are you yoking me? Okay. Fuck it. I guess we'll just help out we'll help out the natives, because that's what my skills are good for. They learn eagerly, worried there might come a time when they needed better guns to protect themselves. Solomon happily took their gold. Cool. We made $50. Railroad station's up there. Swamp? What's going on in the swamp? The murky swamp was the last place where Trummercliff had been seen before vanishing. Curious about his fate, Solomon searched the area briefly, finding a message carved on a tree in the middle of the bog. I'm at the edge of my sanity. The source must be close now. Heading north. chewed ginseng to improve his eyesight and thoroughly searched the swamp. Solomon did a thorough excavation, searching for the body. While he didn't fight his fellow inventor's corpse, his ginseng-enhanced eyes... Yeah, sure, that makes sense. Did notice a tube bearing Tremor Cliff's insignia. It contained a blueprint for a device. Cool. Let's work on engineering then. Oh, I could patent assorted parts. Okay. I have patented assorted parts. That was me. I invented assorted parts. If you've got a random pile... Ooh, Solomon felt weak and insecure. His mind was constantly distracted. He was plagued by strange dreams, which inspired him to create a strange new blueprint. Ooh, I've got vertigo now. Uh-oh. All of them? Even the crafts? Yes. If you have a random pile of, like, gears and screws and bullshit, I own that. You owe me money if you ever collect a random assorted pile of random parts, because that was my invention. My patent, look at it. The patent drawing right there, it's just a pile of bullshit. That was me. All me. Solomon made his first breakthrough in engineering, hoped the next discovery would yield a patent for the stun bomb. Stun bombs reduce the accuracy and speed of a single enemy. Alright. Purchase assorted parts. Chuck-ching. Alright. Back to the giant clock. Can we do this now? I've got two things. Oh my god, I need so much. I need so much knowledge. An old seer was said to inhabit this small redwood house. Through an open door, Solomon could see a 2-foot glass sphere in the middle of the room. Mr. Persons advised Solomon against talking to the seer. He had heard he was a manipulative madman, and that conversations with him only sent people deeper into insanity. Papa Hov, the seer, looked at Solomon, then indicated he should sit beside the glass sphere. I'd rather not. Hang on. What's going on with the ranch? The ranch appeared abandoned. A strange smell came from the barn. Solomon didn't know whether it was death, madness, or some other abomination. Sure, let's search the barn. The barn contained nearly 50 bodies. They appeared to have committed suicide together by slicing open their wrists. Though both the stench and the scene were extreme, to his growing discomfort, the inventor found he was becoming used to these things. Sometimes he even felt he looked forward to them. Solomon searched the bodies and recovered quite a few valuables. Got a lot of stuff. Got a lot of drugs, hell yeah. Tobacco, eagle elixir, stimulant, snuff. The snuff. The snuff. He's got the snuff. Holy amulet on him. Alright. Get some more cards. Solomon's got a pair now. He's also acquired the ability to cannibalize people. We're all good and sane here, don't worry. Shadow Cloak. We'll give that to the guy with the rifle. There we go. We're missing here? No. Railroad station. Do some research. While Solomon read everything he could get his hands on, the persons guarded the telegraph station. The first round of documents he read were worthless, but Solomon continued, determined not to miss any clue. He hoped his zealousness would not allow Turner's men to get the drop on him. The endeavor took several days and was endlessly frustrating. Solomon considered walking away at many points. None of the letters from neighboring states mentioned anything about the plague. Solomon felt he was missing something important, but he was exhausted but still carried on, reading far into the night. Well, let's do it. It is hard to... Damn, that is a serious debuff. Holy shit. Solomon's investigation of the Plague of Madness led him to a railway station and telegraph hub. After spending days reading through the logs, his posse came under attack. The game's not responding. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, there we go. We've recovered. This game like half crashes once in a while. It's kind of crazy.
Stations. The scattered notes he'd found rearranged themselves into a giant telegraph hub. The Pinkertons stared at him with hollow eyes, listless and lethargic. When he finally heard Trimmer Cliff's voice telling him to find his answers, Delir realized he was dreaming.
Interesting. Okay, I've discovered where the men are. How do we get you, mister? How do I kill you? It's not gonna happen this way. A scoped rifle here. Is there anyone I can pop from here? No. This guy's out of turns. Solomon, Destroyer of Worlds, is back here. We'll wait a turn and see where these guys move. Well, that's bad. We're okay, ladies and gentlemen. Hell yeah. Ooh. Alright, there's supposedly a man somewhere around here. Nightmare of Insanity. Interesting name for an enemy. Congratulations, you're just fine. I don't need to fear the guns if they don't hit me. All right, sir, we've got the house surrounded. Come on out. Well, we'll fire a warning. Never mind, 0 chance to hit. Mister? Unfortunate news. Ooh. Oh shit, there's a guy here. Nightmare of Delusion. Oh, it's dead. Delusion? I don't think it's supposed to have that many L's. Delusion. This Usion is sponsored by Dell. Amazing. I love the sound. I love how the game actually processes where bullets go if they miss you, because the sound of a bullet whizzing past you and hitting a window somewhere else is kind of comedic. It'd be really funny if you heard like a bullet whiz past one of your dudes, and then you just hear it break through a window and like someone screams in the background, like. Ah! Jesus Christ, Solomon. Probably get that note over. So want to get these two over here. Go. I really liked XCOM. I kind of want to see more games that are kind of like XCOM come out. I really like that whole I like that whole tactical, like, sort of like shooter thing. Oh dear God, it's the demons. They've come. I wasn't expecting this much brimstone. Where do I go? You know, I was waiting for some horned cowboys to come in. It was only a matter of time. Amazing. All that unholy power and you still missed like a dumbass. Well, now I'm the dumbass. Unfortunate. Hey there, buddy. It's kind of awkward. Anywho, adios. He won't shoot me if he doesn't see me coming, right? Oh, well. You know, this game's really refreshing. I appreciate that if I'm ever hunted down by, like, the weight of my sins, I'll be fine as long as I've got a shotgun. Alright, we'll reinforce this corner while Solomon goes and looks at paper. Oh, these guys just appear randomly, huh? I don't know where the goddamn fuck they are until they show up. I guess that makes sense. This is like a nightmare zone, so it makes sense that you kind of don't see enemies until they're like right next to you. Because I'm pretty sure the way like nightmares work is that it's supposed to be like darker than night. That's kind of funny animation-wise. Could you imagine you take a cover by a doorway and then you just see an arm like curl around the doorway and aim a gun at you? Hey, buddy. I happen to notice you're, like, right next to me. Just... Blast this guy. Blast him. Banned airsoft bullshit. It
was clear to Delir now. The madness existed only within this region. Schumercliff's voice.
That'd be a little obvious, but no. I mean, I thought it was already. Never mind. I guess he needs a little bit more evidence before he assumes that the meteor is the reason why why everyone's going crazy. I don't know, I'm more paranoid than the science man. I feel like if I was running into the situation, I'd be like, well, yeah, the meteor's making everyone go insane. Obviously. Has to be it. It finally happened. Fucking some alien shit came down and drove everyone goddamn nuts. There's no other possible explanation for everyone in this area going bonkers. We're just taking a casual stroll through this abandoned trainway. Through the annals of the mind. Uh-oh. There's a man over there. Incredible work, sir. Absolutely fantastic. Why don't you take a bow? This guy with the revolver has missed 3 70+% shots in a row. He's fucking fired. I don't want to see him in my office anymore. I don't know what kind of operation you think I'm running, sir, but I don't abide by this kind of incompetence. Come on, come on, come on. I handed 3 men to you, just on a plate.
Mystery. Why did the asylum patients relapse after returning home? The solemn voice intoned that there were too many unknowns.
Is there an enemy? There's gotta be some more enemies around. Come on. This type of shit doesn't fly on a 4-hat level. A 4-hat operation wouldn't even dream of this kind of situation. Alright, well, got all of our notes. If we got Solomon a hat, we would have fucking plowed through this entire railway in like 4 turns.
To make his conclusions.
Like, it would have been golden.
Certain physical substances like mercury cause madness. If that were true, then the plague could have a physical source. What if the comet had become a meteor? Could that be the cause of all this?
Oh, right. They said it was a comet that flew overhead. They didn't know that it landed somewhere. That's right. Alright, we're doing pretty good. This man's looking incredible as always. A flash of light and excited shouting woke Solomon from the nightmare. It took him a moment to regain his bearings. One of the persons shouted that they discovered a cache of gold under the station floor. What the fuck? Solomon, however, could think of nothing but the source of the madness. He was now convinced that the meteor had crashed somewhere in these lands. He needed to find out where. But first, he would need to make sure that he had the right tools in his workshop. Solomon didn't get any rest that night. The nightmare he'd had at the telegraph station weighed heavily on his mind. He worried he might have taken the first step toward madness. Oh, that ship has already sailed. We're already a little bonkers. Solomon misheard things and experienced hallucinations. Had the madness come for him? Then, in a fit of raw inspiration, he created another blueprint. We've got psychosis! Solomon determined the mine was still rich in resources. It had been abandoned after the madmen had damaged the support beams. Some gold veins remained exposed, though. It was possible to mine them, but only at the risk of collapsing the mine entirely. Solomon was confident his engineering expertise would help with the extraction, however. Okay, this icon's really funny because the brain just gradually, like, disappears as it gets worse. The unspeakable lurks in the shadows. I fucking love this icon. This is such like an 80s cartoon icon. Like, he looks at you from beyond he looks at you from beyond. And then like the character like down here is just like, "Oh my god." Funny. How's Ericsson's shaft looking? Sure, let's fix it. The crane was soon restored to working order, and Solomon retrieved the gold. He left the crane intact so it could be used once madness had been banished from the land. I got some money, some dollars. Okay, so all the mines over there are for money. Arcadian orchard. Solomon came into a place that didn't seem to fit with this broken land. Gorgeous fruit trees filled an orchard. Crates of fresh produce lay in easy reach, seemingly inviting anyone to taste their sweetness. Could it be real? The mirage. Solomon never returned there and never learned whether his suspicions had been correct. Oh, it just disappears forever, okay. Pile of dead bodies sporting sheriff's deputy badges lay in the field. Each also carried a letter instructing him to kill any criminals he found in the name of his master. The letters were signed by Sheriff Turner. There were no signs of any victims other than the deputies. Check the bodies at the edge. Got some weapons and parts. Cool. The old hut stank of feces and paint. Ew. It was inhabited by Ernesto Ristola, an insane painter whom some considered a genius. You know what this reminds me of? In Dwarf Fortress, there's a thing where it'll be like, your dwarf has been taken over by a fey mood, and then what you would do is that you would lock them in a room, and then when they came out, like, a few days later, they'd be like, I have returned to sanity, and it turns out that they made some, like, incredible legendary artifact, like a ring that depicts someone getting their like someone beating the shit out of a goblin or something like that, and it's like legendary and worth like $100, worth like $1 billion. His admirers said Ristola's incomprehensible patterns hid untold secrets and obscure meanings. Only a mind clouded by madness could understand the paintings, however. A healthy intellect would simply plunge into insanity. We'll come back here when we're a little bit more bonkers. The dwarf's madness resulted in our riches. Of course. The fort showed evidence of a terrible fire. Some of the walls were collapsed, and the rest was a rickety mess of wood and iron. Charred bodies plastered the floor, and with rancid fat and bones littered the yard. At one edge was a scorched building that looked like an armory. The site looked profoundly insecure. Yeah, let's check both the yard and the armory. Oops. A person has a cracked skull. Unfortunate. Yo, can we go to the circus? Is this where the madness originated? A crowd of people watched intensely as two men fought to the death using knives. The crowd was cheering, and the sand was soaked in blood. A man in a top hat commented on the fight in a booming voice. Solomon talked to the announcer. Solomon approached the announcer, who said his name was Daniel Mulgard Anderson. He was an entrepreneur who had found a way to profit from the plague by way of this, the Circus of Blood. He challenged Solomon to a wager, one of his men against one of his persons. If the man won, Solomon would receive $50. I don't need money. See you later. Let's go heal our poor man with the cracked skull. The doctor gave his patient a strange mixture to drink, then he opened his vein to let the bad blood out. When he was satisfied, he patched him back up. After an hour, he was feeling healthy again. Okay. If you say so. We've got nail bombs now, baby. Are we good enough for the clock yet? Solomon tried not to blame his allies, but his hateful thoughts were becoming stronger and stronger. He was becoming convinced that the Protector and the persons had conspired against him. That night, after waking from a nightmare, he was consumed with ideas for another new blueprint. We've got delusions, baby. Still not good enough. I need to get better at engineering. I need to get better at engineering. Bulletproof vest. Solomon locked himself in the workshop for an entire day. He built a mining drill to extract the meteor from the crater. He also built an insanity gauge so that whenever he visited a location, he could observe the gauge to check that area's madness level. He was positive he would find higher results near the crater. Cool. We've got a Geiger counter for psychosis. Yeah, that does sound like radiation. It even looks like a counter for that. According to the insanity gauge, the level of madness in the psychosphere was 12 Trummer cliffs. Too low. The nearer the impact crater, the higher the madness level should lie. Yeah. I need one more blueprint if I want to become a turbo engineer. The seer hut, maybe? Insanity gauge had jumped up massively. This area was reading at 18 to 20 tremor cliffs. In the distance, he noticed a large crater. Of course the seer lives of course the old seer lives right next to the fucking insanity meteor. That's just like... That's like the oracle from, like, ancient Greece being in, like living on top of that volcanic vent that had the hallucinogenic gases. What can we sell? I don't really need a single gauge shotgun. We've got some good weapons, I think, already. Becky? And I want cash and response. There we go. Okay, let's go check out that crater, I guess. If we go a little more bonkers and get another blueprint, we can... The crater was difficult to notice as it blended near seamlessly into the canyon walls, and only a small portion protruded from the rock bed. Everything around it had been destroyed by the shockwave. Let's go. Inside the crater, he found a letter with a familiar seal on it. Solomon realized he had to excavate the meteor as soon as possible. The drilling would take days. He instructed the Pinkertons to prepare defenses around his operation, and the Persons began constructing a temporary fort. Wow. Solomon realized he would be busy drilling and unable to aid his protectors in the coming battle. Okay. Five defense, 2 max HP. Give the shotgun guy a bulletproof vest. We'll give the... Yeah, this works. We'll give him the cloth. Give the guy with the pistols a nail bomb. I don't like the mandrake root. And... Actually, we'll give the sniper the sight and the aim. That sounds like a good idea. Give him a volcanic pistol. There we go. Sounds good. Does Ace not give him hide card? That's kind of weird. What should I give these guys? I like the idea of the pistolier having extra movement. Yeah, this kind of works. Sure, why not? I think we've got a good setup. Alright, let's go. Solomon had finally located the source of the Plague of Madness. It was the meteor! While Solomon drilled into the ground in an attempt to retrieve it, the Persons set up camp and secured the area.
As Delir drilled for the meteor, Trumercliff's last letter reverberated in his mind. Trumercliff thought his death was actually a rebirth of the meteor's power. Obviously, he had been insane, but what had he been trying to communicate? One thing was clear. Trumercliff had renounced his old mind and embraced genius. The Pinkertons shouted. They spotted a horde of armed madmen, Turner's minions. Insane or not, Trumercliff had known what must be done. Now it was Delir's turn.
Guy over here that's probably going to approach here. So we'll have this guy watch this angle, and we'll have these two watch this angle where the actual enemies are at. I don't think he has a good any of these guys, but whatever. We'll just throw a shot out there. Well, that's something. Oh yeah, they're approaching. That was a 57% chance to hit? Bullshit. Wow, that is a lot of dudes. That is actually just a storm of men. Okay. Okay. This is a lot. You know what I'm gonna do? You guys want to see something stupid? Here we go. Oh my god. Excellent work. I think it killed some random guy over here too. Fucking barrage. I love it. Didn't use it that much the first time I played it, but hell yeah. Space Madness creeps up on you when you think you're safe from the West. Absolutely. No man is free from Space Madness. I've been playing a lot of games about going insane recently. Oh shit. Oh god. Okay, there are more. Oh god, this man's in a bad position. Holy shit. A lot of games do feature characters with the affliction. The pestilence, the sickness. Oh, I don't like this. I'm getting very unlucky. Well, they're all grouped up. That's nice. This guy lives. Okay, there we go. Jesus Christ, how many more of you are there? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, what is this? Are you kidding me? Holy shit. What in the hell? Alright, we're giving it a shot. He's got like a 50-50 for each of these. Alright, he got two, I'll take it. Please don't do full damage to this man. Oh no. Oh, he's scared. I think this guy's dead. Oh dear. Well, we lost a person's. I didn't expect the entire population of the local town to just immediately spawn in one spot around him. Actually, you know what? Let's restart this. I don't know. I know they're disposable, but I kind of want to see if I can do this without losing anybody.
As Delir drilled for the meteor, Schumacher's last letter reverberated in his mind. Schumacher thought his death was actually a rebirth through the meteor's power. Obviously, he had been insane.
We'll try this one more time.
He'd been trying to communicate. One thing was clear. Schumacher had renounced his old mind and embraced genius. The Pinkerton shouted. They spotted a horde of armed madmen, Turner's minions. Insane or not, Schumacher had known what must be done. Now, it was Delirious' turn.
This game's scaring me with how much it's freezing. Hello? Okay, there we go. Blessed aim. That's what I like to see. Why not? You know, I probably could have used the coca leaves to probably could have used that. Probably could have used those to get him back to safety, but oh well. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Alright, we're gonna do the barrage thing again. But this time, a little bit further back. Wait. Oh my god, these two don't count for that. That's fucking horrible. Alright. Oh well. Got two of them. This is a little silly. This game's a little silly. I'm not gonna lose this guy again, am I? Oh, I might. No? Here come the whole clown car. Okay, never mind. Okay. I have learned the secret. Not as many dudes spawn when you don't get ahead of yourself and end up stumbling into like the entire, like every reinforcement that the enemy has all at once. Noted. The shotguns in this game don't make any goddamn sense. How do we... Is there like a way I can like... Does this work? Oh my god. Just pull everyone. Pull everyone and then do barrage. That's what I should do at some point. Alright. Alright, are we about to make this happen? Incredible. Outstanding. Sheriff Turner. Oh, he's looking a little low. These guys are getting so lucky. Ooh. Making steadier progress than we did last time. Oh, 10 health. Sweet sucker. And I think the sheriff. Nope, he's alive. Bullshit. Jesus Christ. He's really going for it. These guys... The fact that I'm getting 60 luck is telling me these guys have an average of like 30 to 40% chance to hit, which is baffling to me because he's so far above them, you know? Turner, just bite it. Just bite it, please. There we go.
Turner swore and spat blood. He cursed Delir once more and died.
Yeah, just spawn a guy behind me. That's what I like to see. Yep. Clown car. I really dislike when you have games like this and enemies just kind of spawn in the middle of nowhere. Oh my god, it's happening again. Oh my god, all at once. All at fucking once. Can he? No, he can't. I'm gonna back way off. Where'd you guys get all these people? I swear to God. It's baffling to me. How are you guys doing this? How are you guys getting all these shots? I don't get it. You see how I get 60 luck? That means he had a 40% chance to hit, and they keep hitting them. Jesus. I don't know why their aim is so good and why they're so consistent. Dude. Oh my god, it's Kaz. Oh god. He's gonna watch me just sit here and sweat as all these 40% chance to hit shots just wing by my dudes. Please. Oh dear. Oh dear. 3 more. It's a shotgun. How much of a chance to hit does she have? Oh, bullshit. Come on. Jesus Christ. We lived. Fuck. Ugh. Alright, Ricochet. Let's get her. Bam. Alright, who can you nail from here? Welcome to the pit. I've been suffering deeply. That bot doesn't like me. It's the emo. I really need to loosen up that thing's restrictions. I keep thinking about doing it, and it just never happens because I'm lazy. Like, do I want to open up Nightbot again? I'll remember to do it later. It's a kill bot, but it's still very funny. The moderator wants blood. Jesus Christ. We make it? Holy fuck, how many dudes are there? Oh, we made it. Ah!
Emerged from the crater, the meteor tucked under his coat. The steam carriage was his only means of escape. Mr. Persons swore he would get Delir out alive.
Get me out of here. Please, God. There's like no way for them to get over. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Abandon thread immediately. I'm not killing everybody in the entire region. I know everyone's gone a little bonkers. Everyone's got a little bit of the space madness, but you know, it's your problem. I'm not dealing with this shit anymore. Get me out of here. I like how the enemy turn is super long, but nothing's happening, because there's just a lot of people I can't see that are all moving at the same time. Oh boy. Save this man. Oh. Solomon fled in his steam carriage. He knew Trummer Cliff could arrive at the laboratory at any time. The meteor was his obsession, the source of his genius as far as he was concerned. For Solomon, however, it was the only way to cure the madness. He would need to invent a special device to use the meteor. In case things turned ugly, Solomon created several dazzle bombs. Ooh. Razzle-dazzle bombs using the dust from the meteor drilling site. Solomon could feel waves of insanity emanating from the meteor, but somehow he felt much more intelligent than usual. Did madness enhance brilliance? Trummer Cliff had thought so, at least. Solomon locked the meteor in a cage of steel and glass. I feel really smart right now. That's kind of scary. What does a meteor dust bomb do? Debilitates enemy movement, aim and sight. In addition to a loud, flashy explosion, meteor dust exudes its aura to stun enemies. Cool. Get the ace of clubs on someone. Who's got the aces? Get a pair on our sniper. There we go. The king on a shotgunner. There we go. I'm solving complex differentials and I don't know what's going on. I'm scared. It's... No wonder everyone's going crazy. It's space Adderall. That's what it is. They just took too much of it. That's why they're freaking out. Oh no. We have a new blueprint yet? I really wish we did. That'd be nice. Solomon remained at Trummercliffe's old laboratory. He had truly made his own. We don't have any blueprints now. Can the seer make us go a little bit more bonkers? I kind of want a blueprint so that we can finish the apocalypse clock. Solomon's conversation with Papa Ha veered from topic to topic. The seer spoke chaotically about a terrible future, along with an inspiring story of fate and madness. The experience left Solomon profoundly energized. Got a Queen of Clubs. Okay. We're still a little bit too sane. I kind of want to go full bonkers at some point. Like, it'd be a real shame to like be in the region known for like crippling madness and not to engage a little with it, you know? You know, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. When in the region of madness, go insane and kill your fellow man. That's how it works, right? Chuck Ching. Put the movement. It's a movement boost. I might put that on the guy with the shotgun. When in madness, descend. I mean, might as well go down. Might as well see where it goes. I'm down. What is this house again? The Reeked House. Didn't we need something for this? Sure, let's look at that. After short contemplation of the painting, Solomon could feel his mental stability fading away. He ran from the hut. Solomon found incredible beauty in Restola's work. In fact, they inspired him to create an entirely original blueprint. Yes! Yes! Science! Engineering. Solomon invented and patented piercing ammo and the petrification bolt. Deals minor damage and debilitates enemy movement. Piercing ammo is +1 damage. That's pretty good. Hey, the ponymen. There we go. There we go. Didn't count the first time. We'll give that to the guy with the rifle so that he can hit extra bonus hard. That's what I like to see. Alright, it's time. We're working on the clock. Solomon Delir and J.M. Hobie joined forces to create the extraordinary clock. The gargantuan construction towered above them, measuring entropy in the air, while its indicator inevitably moved towards point zero, the time it predicted the world would end. As a token of his thanks, Hobie presented Solomon with a miniature version of his masterpiece. The device was functional and could be used in combat. The Doomsday Watch. A miniature device counting time towards Judgment Day. +2 damage. Well, so much for piercing ammo. You thought extra penetrating cartridges were necessary? No, we needed the Super Doom Clock. That's how you infuse your bullets with power. The entropy will undo these men. That's what I need. All right, I think we're ready. Like, I'm powered by the inevitability of the apocalypse, so that's the best preparation I could possibly make for a gunfight. Solomon concentrated on how he could use the meteor to cure the madness. He was feeling blazingly intelligent. His relentless epiphanies kick-started an unprecedented fit of successful research. Eureka! Solomon shouted as he put the final bolts on his sanity machine. Then he gathered the Pinkertons in the laboratory and explained what needed to be done in order to activate it. Okay. I mean, I think we're as ready as we're gonna get. Yeah. Let's do it. Time for doom. They returned with the meteor, pursued closely by Trummercliff's minions. Solomon had devised a machine that could cure the affliction, but the madmen were already banging on the door. They're banging so hard that my game is not responding. Please. Please, Hard West, I'm begging of you. Please load. Oh, there we go. It's a miracle.
Delir was putting the final touches on his masterpiece when the madmen closed in.
Oh yeah, that's looking nice.
Power to the machine. It would invert the meteor's energy.
Invert the meteor's energy.
It might kill them. Either way, it would stop them.
Solomon must use the required number of levers. Oh, okay. Okay. Looks like we got our work cut out for us. Opposite problem of loading screens compared to Evil West. Ah, shit.
Solomon restored partial power, but not enough to start the device.
Oh boy. They're at the gates. They're coming. Okay, that's a few too many, man. Come on, come on, come on. This is a little silly. I've still got a nail bomb, right? Ah, they're kind of spread out. Wait, okay. The guy with 8, is that Trummercliff? Trummercliff has 8 health, okay. Insufficient luck for the magical all-killing bullet. Get that guy at least. Shriek? Do 3 damage to all enemies in your line of sight. I mean, sure. We'll just make this man do a Banshee Shriek, I'm down. Cool, that killed 3 people, Jesus Christ. It was a free move? Oh my god. Horrific. Much damage for this? Nah, I see. Alright. Oh, no good. You ever just scream so loud you kill 3 people? I feel like my neighbors wouldn't be very happy if I started doing that. It's your average VTuber playing a horror game experience. I do like Terra's Throat Asunder by Terran. I do like that there's some of the enemies you fight, like the tougher ones are mad persons, like they're actually like other Pinkerton agents that went nuts. It actually makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. Down. Drink that entire handle of whiskey, boys. You're gonna need it. Is there an angle that I can get like a sick double kill at? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. That's a good way to do this. Nah, I don't think there is one. Oh well. Move around this way and make it like a little front. Solomon slap this lever. Oh, bam. And we'll move him back. Gotta get to the other side. Oh no, we never had him slap this one. Oh dear. Okay. Ricochet maybe? No, there's nothing metallic back here. One thing I did respect about Hard West 2 is that they added way more things you could bounce bullets off of, which I felt like was what a game like this needed. Like they made Ricochet more accessible and more more usable, which was nice. It just felt like a really felt like it could have used a little more love. Oh. Ah. That's sick. Looking good. Doesn't count as getting around his cover? That's kind of lame. Alright. Damage. Well, that is a scary... You see those two overlapping circles? That's fucking terrifying. Well, this guy's got health. He can take a shot. Can we just... No, we can't. Alright. No good. Unfortunate. You guys are lucky. They're both on one fucking health. Ouch. Excellent.
Cliff froze and fell to the ground, dead.
Oh, he just died on his own. Cool. Couldn't take it anymore. Is this not... You can't see him from here? Are you serious? Alright, well that's taken care of. I think we're cleared out. Excellent. Alright, unless these guys get reinforcements, which would just be absolutely crazy. I think we're all good. I think we've just about fixed the madness problem in the area. Oh, cool. Tremorcliff died a second time. This game's a lot buggier than I remember it being. If I end the turn again, will Trimmercliff die a third time? That'd be pretty exciting. Nope, only twice. Only 2 deaths for this man. Unfortunate. Simply can't afford anymore. Hey, Trimmercliff, how come Mom lets you die 2 times?
The machine came to life on its own. Suddenly, a blinding flash suffused the battlefield, along with a thunderous blast. The power of the meteor, now inverted, invaded every mind in the area. All in the vicinity were cleansed of madness, but in its place, only blanks remained. Some awoke as from a bad dream, others stared emptily. Several dropped dead.
Ooh.
Over the next few weeks, Pinkertons appeared by the dozen to help rebuild the town. The crisis was over.
This is...
Lear vowed to protect the machine until it was needed again.
This is one of the very few... This is one of the very few Western games where Pinkertons are, like, portrayed positively. It's interesting, because, like, in Red Dead Redemption 2, they're portrayed very negatively, and, like, most other Western games are, like, depicted but not seen, but in this game, they're presented as pretty helpful, although they are just doing it, because they were hired, like, mercenaries. But, like, they rebuild towns and protect people and stuff in this game, which is interesting, because in real life, most of what the Pinkertons did, I think, was hunt down a few outlaws, break up a bunch of strikes because they were hired by guys who ran companies that weren't treating their laborers very well, and more recently invading people's houses because they have illegal Magic the Gathering cards. Because I don't know, I guess that's what they do now. Yeah. Crazy. Anyway, I think that'll be it for today's stream. We finished 2. We did a lot today. We finished Resident Evil 4, and then we finished 2 campaigns in this game, so that's, I'll consider that one a success. We've got 5 more now, though, so, we'll see if we'll be able to finish this game. I think what's gonna happen is, next week, I think what's probably gonna happen is we'll do a little bit more BioShock. That is a hefty stream for me at least. I see some people who do, my voice is cracking a lot today. I feel like one thing we do is that, like, there's definitely some streamers out there that I watch that do, like, 5 to 6 hours on the regular, and I just cannot imagine that. I do not have the stamina for that. But yeah, no, got a lot out of today. I think next week what we're going to do is, we're going to replace Resident Evil with this game, and, probably try to finish this game at least. I don't know how much more BioShock we have left. I think it's 1 or 2 streams. I'm not sure. We're gonna try it because what I want, I'm gonna leave for like a. I'm just not gonna be streaming for like a month, starting on the 23rd. So was it the 23rd? Starting on. Yeah. Sometime around then. So yeah, after the 21st, that's probably gonna be like my last stream for like a while. So like I'm gonna be gone for like a month plus, basically. So I want to be able to finish this game in BioShock so that we can start with like a clean slate later. You know, once you guys have all forgotten about me. But yeah, I think that's what we'll do for next week. But this week, I'm not going to be able to stream tomorrow, so this week is pretty much done. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I picked some weird-ass games to play, but I hope it's fun for you all. These are just the types of games I tend to play in my free time, so I'm glad I get to revisit some of them and take a look at some of the newer ones. So I'm glad for the opportunity. Anyway, hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. Hope you guys have been doing all right. We're coming into summer, so I don't know how. I'm pretty sure most of the people that watch me work for a living, so probably doesn't mean too much. But if any of you out there are in school, hope you all have a good summer. And yeah, that's kind of all I have to say. I will see you guys all sometime next week, and I hope you all stay nice and comfy until then. Thank you once again. Bye-bye.